Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. As the sun rose over Paris, it warmed the cobblestone streets in the river that flows through the city. It shone on gabled rooftops and the spires of the towering cathedral. By mid-morning, the slanting rays brightened the chilly bell tower. There, the faithful bell ringer was at work. As he tugged the thick ropes, the huge bells rang out, sounding the hour. They were the bells of the great cathedral of Notre Dame. Below in the square, children gathered to watch a puppet show. "Listen to them, little ones," said the puppeteer. "The bells, they are beautiful." "No, but do you know who is ringing them?" "Do you know that high in the tower of Notre Dame lived a mysterious bell ringer?" The puppeteer removed his feathered hat with a sweeping bow. "I, Clopin, the leader of the gypsies," he announced, "will tell you a tale about a man that I can tell you. It is true because I haven't witnessed much of it with my eyes and heard of it with my own ears." He drew in a deep breath and began his story. "It is the tale of a man and a monster. Listen carefully, and my children," Clopin told them. "Then maybe you can tell me who is the man and who is the monster." One winter's night in the city lay dusted in fresh snow. While the citizens slept, a small boat glided down the river past the cathedral. A group of weary travellers huddled aboard and peered excitedly in the dark. As the boat docked beside an ice-coated pier, the only sounds were splashing of oars and the baby's whimper. "Keep the child still," a nervous passenger warned. "You know, we gypsies are not welcome here in Paris." The inflated mother gently hugged her son. "Hush, little one," she whispered. But the mother's words came too late. Armed soldiers sprang from the shadows and surrounded the gypsies as they stepped ashore. A black stallion, its breath frosting in the moonlight, stood silently nearby. One of the gypsies gasped. He recognizes the horse's rider, Judge Claude Frollo. He gulped. He knew this man, the Minister of Justice. He had reputation of cruelty. "Take the gypsies to the Palace of Justice," Frollo ordered. One soldier noticed a bundled baby. "You there?" he cried, stopping the child's mother. "What you're hiding? Stolen goods, no doubt," said Frollo. "Seizure them." The soldiers grabbed for the blanket, holding her precious baby tightly in her arms. The woman fled into the night. Frollo sprang his horse and began to pursue her, with the sound of the stallion pounding hoofbeats ringing in her ears. The terrified woman tried desperately to run across the slippery streets, slick with ice. "If I could just reach the cathedral," she thought, "my baby and I would be safe. Walk inside, we will be granted sanitary, the scarred protection of church." At the end of the alley, a narrow gate blocked her way. The woman frantically fumbled with a latch, and as Frollo rode hard towards her, she squeezed through. Furious, Frollo directed his horse to the wider passage. The woman scrambled up the wide stone steps of Notre Dame and pounded on the heavy, arched doors. "Sanitary!" she cried. Please give a sanitary. Frollo sprung his galloping stallion, thundered up behind her. He leaned down and tugged at the tightly clunked bundle, knocked off the balance. The gypsy woman lost her footing and hit her head against the step. Frollo coldly viewed her still body and knew she would never rise again. Suddenly, the baby began to wail. An infant! Frollo agitated, surprised. He perceived inside the blanket. He could see a glance that the child was deformed, a monster. The Minister of Justice declared. Frollo guided his horse towards a stone well at the edge of the courtyard. His eyes gleamed as he dangled in the wiggling bundle above the dark opening. I will send this unholy demon back to hell, he began. Stop, demanded a voice. Frollo spun around. A roped man wearing a priest's cowl looked up at him angrily. Archdeacon, gasped the Minister of Justice. You have killed the innocent creature of God and spilt blood on the steps of Notre Dame, said the churchman. She ran. I rarely perceived her, declared Frollo. The Archdeacon shook his head. It is because of you she is dead, he said, and now you would kill her unfortunate fate too. My decease is clear, insisted Frollo. You have sinned, declared the Archdeacon. If you wish to save the soul, you must atone of the wickedness, and by caring for the child, you would your own. Frollo's face flushed with rage, but he's also feared for his elementary soul. The Archdeacon pointed to the statue of saints gazing dreamily from the height of the cathedral. Frollo started up at the statue of Notre Dame, Our Lady, protecting her own infant in her arms. The Minister of Justice weighed the consequences of his decision. Actually, he thought if I keep the child locked up in the tower, the situation just might be tolerable. One day, the child could even prove useful to me. Very well, Archdeacon, he said, forcing in a thin smile. I'll provide for the child and teach him what he needs to know, but let him live here with you, within the cathedral. Very well, the Archdeacon agreed. Frollo glared at the frightened baby. It is almost heroic. He thought of himself. This homely child will be kept in the bell tower with only the gargoyles for competitions. Now, those hideout stone creatures will have a rival in ugliness, and because Frollo thought the child was more monster than human, he named it Quasimodo, the half-formed one.